oi, oi, oi.
Are we on? Are we on? Hello everyone, welcome to Beer Sweden Television, the lockdown episodes. I am sending live via the interweb to keep you entertained during these difficult days by drinking beer, which is a pretty good deal actually. I've got two beers that I want to share with you today. Ultimately, this is the beer that I want to open up and try with you. It's a beer that I've never tried before, a collaboration beer between those nice chaps at BrewDog and another extremely nice chap from Evil Twin called Jeppe. I've been very fortunate in the past to be able to crack heads and drink quite a lot of beer with those two companies. And it's going to be really fun to see what they have got up to together this time. Roaster Coaster is the name of the beer. It is a rather straightforward beer, really. It's a Nitro Imperial Vietnamese coffee stout, weighing in at 9%. So I'm going to have to sit down while I drink it. Being a Nitro beer, it's one of the first Nitro beers I think that we've ever tried on Beer Sweden TV. So that's going to be pretty cool too. But before I do, I just wanted to show you something I think is actually pretty cool. My local craft beer bar, although it's shut, because as you'll know in the UK, all of the pubs, bars and restaurants are shut as part of the COVID-19 lockdown. But some bars are actually operating takeaway services, and recently my little craft beer bar called the 12 Taps in Whitstable, a bit of a shout out to you guys, started doing a home delivery service, which meant that you can actually order beers to your front door in these very cute, it doesn't look very good, does it? It looks like looks like a sort of thing you'd hand in at a hospital. Looks a little bit like the morning after the night before. But anyway, in these sort of recyclable milk cartons. So this one actually is a beer from Cloudwater. It lasts about a day and a half in the fridge. So that's really the only reason I'm drinking it. It's Cloudwater's double dry hopped pale ale. And to be quite honest with you, if you've never tried Cloudwater before, it's still looking pretty good. If you've never tried Cloudwater before, they really do write the book when it comes to juicy, fruity, smooth pale ales and IPAs. They are top of the class. Let's have a little sniff. Gorgeous. And it's absolutely delightful. It's just so smooth and fruity. It's like drinking something. It feels like you should drink it for breakfast, which actually I did this morning, but don't tell anyone. So that's just a quick shout out to Cloudwater. Superb stuff. If you can get it in Sweden, and I think you can, hunt it down. It's always worth it. But that's really the supporting act. This is the star of the show, so I'm going to open it up and talk to you a little bit now. Vietnamese coffee. I don't know. I'm not really one of those coffee geeks, but so I know nothing about Vietnamese coffee as opposed to Ethiopian coffee or Guatemalan or Kenyan. No idea. I presume it's sort of grown in Vietnam. That's pretty much all I've got to offer on that. Did you hear that? Crack open the can and pour it, because with Nitro beers, nearly half the pleasure is sticking it into a glass. Just watch what's going to happen, hopefully. Look at that. Looks like a mocha waka locker, one of those latte sort of coffees that you can buy at some trendy barista. And let's just pour it up, and then oh God, look what I've done. Oh God, lovely. Oh, I've made a mess. But can you see what's happening? Is that the dirtiest glass in the world or what? Now it looks very much like, and I'm going to have to say it because it is a really sort of good reference point. It looks like a sort of Guinness effect. This is nitrogenated beer. So what they do is they actually inject the beer with nitrogen or a degree of nitrogen. as opposed to just plain old CO2, which is what normally most beers are force carbonated or naturally produced in the brewing process. But what we have here is nitrogen, and what that does is it produces tiny, teeny, weeny little small bubbles. And what they do is that when you, and so they're very smooth, soft, and they give this very thick, velvety mouthfeel, and they make pillowy, sort of very resistant, robust heads. So you can, if you can see this thing, look, it's almost like sort of a whipped, oh God, there we go, whipped go. Lovely, it's all over, beautiful. And you get that sort of cascade effect when the beer goes down. Because the bubbles are smaller, they get pushed down into the glass. So it looks almost as though they're falling rather than rising, which you normally see in your standard beers. Now then, what do I know about this beer? Absolutely nothing. What do I know about BrewDog? Well, quite a lot, as we've probably seen in the past. And what do I know about Jeppe? Well, I remember actually meeting the guy in a bar in Stockholm many years back. Jeppe is one of the world's most famous, well, until recently, gypsy brewer. That meant that he didn't actually own his own brewery, but would travel the world checking into other breweries, but and creating some absolutely stunning beers. Evil Twin are considered one of the most adventurous, exploratory craft brewery brands or beer brands in the world. But I think it was 2019, so last year, Jeppe finally put his roots down and opened up his own physical brewery in New York. I don't know what's going on there right now, but so now actually he is a nomad no more, and he is based over in the States, and I think lives over in the States. So if you're watching this, if you ever watched this, Jeppe, hi, it's been a long time. So let's try one of your beers. As I say, a collaboration with BrewDog, who are doing, and this beer is actually part of a series of collaboration beers. Cloudwater's another brewery actually that BrewDog have got together with, to just really showcase what they can do. And this is a big one. It's a coffee stout, so it's going to be obviously full of chocolatey, dark, roasted sorts of flavours. Let's have a little sniff. Try not to get it on my nose. Too late. Oh, yeah, you're getting all that coffee. You're getting that kind of like almost sort of barbecue. I'm gonna go again. Barbecued, burnt sort of notes to it. Dark nuts, like roasted nuts. It actually smells delicious. Let's have a little dip into it. Sweet. Sweet. Smooth. And you barely know that there was 9% of alcohol in it. It's absolutely delicious. It's like Guinness on steroids. In terms of ratings, difficult one this. What would you say? It's got to be, and we're doing out of 5, remember? And I can do points. I'm going to give it 4.4 straight off the bat. This is, in effect, dessert in a glass. Serve this at a meal. You can skip all the cooking and just crack open a few of these. Absolutely delicious. The sweetness balances out a lot of the sort of acrid notes that you often get in stouts, you know, because stouts tend to be quite dry, quite sort of chalkboardy, but you don't get that at all with this one, because that sweetness sort of smothers it. The smooth, I mean, this is so rich and smooth. It feels like I need to go out for a 5K run. I don't know how many calories there are in this beer. I would guess at a lot. So I'm off to do a workout. I will see you hopefully very soon on the next episode of Beer Sweden Television.